Alright, I'm here in xNormal, and let's go ahead and click on high definition meshes. Let's add meshes, right click, add meshes, HP. Now let's do the same for low definition. I'm going to go to baking options, and we want the texture size to be double what we're going to have in the engine, and so we can work with a higher resolution image and then scale down to preserve the quality. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bake out a normal map, so make sure to have that checked, and an ambient occlusion map, so make sure I have that checked. You can also do a height map if you plan on messing around with the X11. I have an NVIDIA graphics card, so I'm going to use CUDA. It works really well. Now, make sure you change your output file. Let's call it, it's brick, it's already saved. I've done this before, so brick, save it as a TGA, PNG, or BMP. Anything else, you're gonna have some, you're gonna start to lose data, lose quality. Next thing you're gonna want to do is you're gonna want to do a ray distance calculator, and this just checks the distance between each polygon between the low poly and the high poly model to see how far the distance is, and so I can calculate the lighting properly. So just click go. Ooh. Triangulating the geometry. LP brick. Why is that? I forgot to mention, what you have to do is you have to export, when you're exporting the low poly, because you have two layers with the high poly, export OBJ. What you have to do is you have to go down and selected only, or selection only, and export. Otherwise it will try and export both, and well, it will export both. So that's what the issue was. Let's go and add the mesh, low poly brick. All the baking options are preserved. Tools, ray distance calculator, go. Alright. Once you are satisfied with the calculation, probably let it go for another few seconds. Doesn't take too long. Probably let it go for maybe a minute or so, but I think I'm going to stop it now. Stop, copy results, okay. If you go up to the low definition mesh, you can see what that did, and that just added a maximum frontal ray distance and a maximum rear ray distance. Can't tell you exactly what that means, but it sounds interesting. Let's go ahead and generate the maps. There's our normal map, and there's our ambient occlusion map. And what ambient occlusion is it's just the natural amount of darkness when an object is near another object, if that makes sense. So let's go ahead and try this. I couldn't get it to work before, but let's try it again. So go to normal map, normals, occlusion map, occlusion. Now let's launch the 3D viewer. Nope, it's not going to work again. Oh well, that's fine. We don't need to see it in real time. So these models are all the maps that we need have been baked out. Now all we need to do is go into Photoshop and create the diffuse image, and then we are going to just bring everything into UDK. And actually, while I'm at it, I'm going to export this as an FBX, because that's what we're going to be bringing into UDK. So the scale is weird. I haven't figured out Blender scale yet, but let's go ahead and do selected objects 50. That's about right. And make sure we're in the right export folder. Blender exports, yep. Brick and export FBX. Alright. So we are officially done with Blender at this point. We'll just go into Photoshop, make the diffuse, and then we'll head straight over into UDK with the different image textures. And I will see you guys in the next tutorial.